Execution by these communist regimes are not put at additional risk by having to wait for long periods of time in dangerous places before they can lawfully apply for asylum.
Will the gentleman yield for a question?
With that, Mr. Chairman, I'll yield back.
Will you yield for the clarifying question?
You could seek your own recognition. I'm going to yield back to the Chair.
Yeah, I'd yield to the sponsor. If the sponsor would be willing to engage in a colloquy with me, would you consider the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to be a totalitarian dictatorship?
Mr. Gaetz, I give the same answer that Representative Lofgren gave before. These are not new terms of art. These are the terms used in current law. And so we are merely applying current law to protect people, and in particular, in this case, those that are fleeing communist dictatorships. If the gentleman, his objection is that this definition is overbroad.
No.
You
Schiff,
yielded to me.
Today's video dives deep into the fiery showdown between Adam Schiff and Matt Gaetz during a Judiciary Committee hearing. The debate got heated fast over an amendment concerning asylum seekers. If you've been following the news, you know this was explosive. If not, don't worry, I've got you covered. Stick around and let's break it all down. But first, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content.
I'm asking you a clarifying question.
If you would yield, if you would respond to my question, which is, if this amendment is narrowed to communist dictatorships, will you support it?
Well, again, Mr. Schiff, I'm just trying to understand what your
amendment says. I guess your answer is no then, Mr. Gaetz.
Well, that you perhaps assume too much, my
then
friend,
your answer
because
is yes.
I'm asking what you mean by totalitarian dictatorship and just whether the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia would qualify. It's just a yes or no question.
Well, I certainly think...
Forgive me for not knowing the list that Ms. Lofgren...
Would you like an answer, Mr. Gaetz? I certainly consider Saudi Arabia to be a dictatorship. Yes, I do.
A totalitarian one?
Mr. Gaetz, my question is, if your problem with this amendment is you think it's
Mr.
overbroad...
Schiff, I'm not stating a problem with the amendment. I am merely asking you what it means.
My question then, Mr. Gaetz, is will you support it?
What is the difference between a dictatorship and a totalitarian dictatorship?
My question...
Since Saudi Arabia is a dictatorship...
There is a difference between totalitarianism and dictatorship.
I mean, the difference is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
That's really the question, Mr. Gaetz.
Why can't you just answer whether or not your amendment would apply to them?
Mr. Gaetz, this is just a rhetorical exercise.
It's a serious effort to understand whether or not your amendment applies to the
If your question is sincere, which I know assumes too much, but if it is, then will you support the amendment confined to communist dictatorships? Yes or no, Mr. Gaetz?
I'm probably not going to support the amendment either way.
Well, there you go.
I don't want to know what it means.
Then what about all the rhetoric you constantly espouse about standing up to communism? Here you're saying someone fleeing communism, if they're interdicted between ports, then they will not qualify.
Right,
doesn't matter what kind of regime.
There is a mechanism by which one seeks asylum for those very reasons, and it's not showing up and creating an entire loophole in the asylum
system. So this whole thing about Saudi Arabia is just a red herring, right?
I'm just curious to know whether or not you consider them qualifying.
I
have
burned
burned 2.5 minutes.
Consistency.
Mr. Schiff, people on the border don't get to have a debate like this, like you know. It's not your time, Mr. Schiff. I'm reclaiming my time.
Mr. Gaetz has the time. Mr. Gaetz has the time.
Say you do.
Mr. Gaetz has the time.
Look. On the border, someone doesn't get to have this joyful little colloquy with you. A Border Patrol agent has to look at someone and assess whether or not they're going to let them in or not. And I'm just, for clarity, even though I'm not going to support your amendment, I'm going to support the bill. In the unlikely event that your amendment were to be adopted, I simply want to know if someone encounters someone from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, whether or not the exception that your amendment affords would allow that or not.
Well, as I said, I'm using the existing definition, Mr. Gaetz. My question
to
you is, will you live up to your anti-communist rhetoric?
The debate quickly escalated into a war of words. Schiff accused Gaetz of being insincere, while Gaetz accused Schiff of dodging the real concerns. The confrontation became personal, with both sides accusing each other of not living up to their political ideologies. The tension was palpable, and neither side backed down. Despite the heated exchanges, the debate ended without a clear resolution. Both Schiff and Gaetz held their ground, leaving many questions about the future of this issue. So, there you have it, a dramatic and fiery debate with no clear winner. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Should the amendment pass, or should the asylum process stay as it is? Don't forget to like this video if you found it interesting, and subscribe for more political updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.